In a cozy little cottage on the edge of a busy village, there lived an old dog named Sultan. Sultan used to be a proud and strong dog, but now he spent most of his days lying in the sun with his friend, a cat named Puff. Sultan had been a loyal friend to his master, a kind woodcutter, for many years. They used to run in the forest chasing rabbits and keeping their home safe. But now as Sultan grew older, he missed the days when he was young. One day, as Sultan and Puff were napping under a big oak tree, they heard some noise nearby. Curious, they quietly walked over to see what was happening, and found a group of villagers gathered around a notice board, talking excitedly. "What's going on?" Sultan asked, his ears perking up. One of the villagers turned to him with a smile. "Haven't you heard? The king is having a big competition to find the bravest and strongest animal in the kingdom. The winner will get a big reward and be famous forever." Sultan's heart raced with excitement. Could this be his chance to show that he still had what it took to be a great and strong dog? Without hesitation, Sultan declared, "I will enter the competition." Puff looked at him with concern. "But Sultan, you're not as young as you used to be. Are you sure you're up for it?" Sultan nodded. "I may be old, but I still have some tricks. And with you by my side, Puff, I know we can do anything." So Sultan and Puff set off on their journey to the king's palace, their hearts filled with hope. Along the way, they faced many challenges: a steep mountain to climb, a rushing river to cross, and a dark forest filled with strange creatures. But Sultan and Puff faced each obstacle bravely, never giving up. When they finally arrived at the palace gates, they knew they were ready for the competition. The palace courtyard was filled with animals of all kinds, each one eager to show their strength and bravery. Sultan looked around, feeling proud to be among so many noble creatures. The competition began with a series of challenges: a race through a tricky course, a test of strength to move a heavy rock, and a test of courage to face a scary beast. One by one, the animals took their turn. When it was Sultan's turn, he faced the first challenge: a race through a maze of tunnels. With determination, with Puff cheering him on, Sultan raced through the maze, his senses sharp and his instincts guiding him. Next came the test of strength, moving a heavy rock. Sultan approached the rock with a determined expression, his muscles straining as he pushed the rock. To everyone's amazement, he succeeded, showing his strength despite his age. Finally, it was time for the test of courage, facing a fierce lion. Sultan stood tall and stared at the lion, his eyes steady. With a growl, the lion charged, but Sultan stood his ground, his bravery shining like a light in the darkness. As the dust settled and the cheers of the crowd filled the air, Sultan emerged victorious. The king was so impressed by Sultan's bravery that he gave him a golden collar, and declared him a hero of the kingdom. Sultan and Puff were honored and respected wherever they went, their friendship and courage inspiring everyone. And as they rested in their little cottage on the edge of the village, Sultan knew that he had proven that age was just a number, and that true bravery knows no bounds. With Puff by his side, he knew they could conquer anything.